If you have been to Jamaica for a destination wedding or a sun-soaked holiday, it may not have crossed your mind to associate this Caribbean island and former British Crown colony with retirement. Since its rocky transition to democracy in 1962, Jamaica has gone through many dramatic changes, not all of them positive. In addition to high crime rates and a troubled healthcare system, many educated Jamaicans who come of age during or after independence left their own country for better job opportunities in Canada, Europe, and the United States. That's part of the brain drain that continues today. Welcome back to Elite Jamaica, the place you come to learn about Jamaica and Jamaicans. If it's your first time joining me here, consider subscribing to the channel by clicking that red subscribe button. And do remember to turn on notifications by clicking that bell icon so you never miss any of my updates. As the government ramps up efforts to encourage expatriates to return to their native land, migrating retirees are more likely to see the country as a sunny paradise where real estate is moderately priced and often cheaper than in many US cities. Add to that the historic draws of lush vegetation, swoon-worthy beaches, tropical weather, and a famously laid-back lifestyle. After all, Jamaica is the birthplace of reggae. And despite a still alarming crime rate, Jamaica has the same population but twice the homicide rate of Chicago. Incidents have steadily diminished since 2010. Though Jamaica doesn't rank at the top of Caribbean islands for luxurious retreats, don't assume that it's flat out cheap. Parts of the island have been discovered and the cost of living can vary dramatically depending on your lifestyle. Here are a few essential categories to help you do a thorough cost analysis. First, let's take a look at housing and utilities. Montego Bay is famous for its luxurious beachfront resorts, golf courses, luring honeymoon couples from all over the world. Would-be retirees are likely to experience sticker shock when they find that this resort town costs as much as living in two of the United States' priciest cities. That's New York and Washington, D.C. Of course, for the price of a one- or two-bedroom apartment in an elegant part of Manhattan, say between 1 and 2.5 million, you can buy an entire house, complete with an ocean view in the swank Spring Farm neighborhood. This is just one example of location rule that applies in Jamaica, where an upscale enclave can be markedly more expensive than another area of the nearby island. In many cases though, you'll find the cost of living, whether you rent an apartment or buy one, to be very affordable. A one-bedroom in the middle of one of the cities rents for an average of $360 per month, while the purchase price of a central located 1,000 square foot apartment average less than $75,000 cheaper than garage space in some American cities. Jamaica's capital, Kingston, is not surprisingly a little more expensive, averaging around $409 monthly for a rental, $148,000 for a purchase, and if you are in the market to buy, keep in mind that mortgage interest rates are higher than in the US, currently hovering around 9% to 10%. Another area for sticker shock, utilities. Most Jamaicans don't have a dishwasher, washer or dryer, not only due to the cost of importing such appliances to the island, but because of the expense of running them. Now, let's take a look at food. As the prices of imports have doubled over the past decade, the Jamaican government declared the island to be in a food crisis. The response to this crisis has been a positive upswing from the domestic agriculture and food production, from farms to gardens to chicken coops. By sticking to local eggs, cheese, meats, and produce, you can shop very economically. You'll find these items generally cheaper than they would be stateside. One exception is milk. Expect to pay around $8 per gallon. Most imported goods remain very expensive, except for restaurants attached to luxury resorts. You will find the price of dining out to be reasonable though. A couple can treat themselves to a 3-course meal for just over $40 US. Next, we take a look at transportation. While Jamaica has distinct European influences, when it comes to efficient and safe transportation, it's not Europe. Most retirees find a car to be a necessity in order to avoid the crowded, unpredictable, and often uncomfortable public transportation. Don't opt for air conditioning either unless you're taking a tourist bus. While fares are appealingly cheap and half-price for senior citizens called pensioners in Jamaica, don't expect vehicles to show up on schedule. Drivers, infamous for their erratic motor skills, tend to depart whenever the bus is full. So the bottom line, expatriates who retire in Jamaica commonly report that it's the cost of living things, or in many cases the lack thereof, that gets to be an issue. Even daily items such as toothpaste and shaving cream tend to be surprisingly expensive. Stock up when visiting the States. Other problems are things they don't foresee. Power shortages for one, frequent and unforeseen cuts, which mean no water, electricity or internet for several days. Word to the wise, invest in a backup generator. It beats having to decamp to one of the local hotels. That, while pleasant, would really be budget. Thank you for joining me again, guys. I really do hope you found this video interesting or informative. If so, please give it a thumbs up. And remember, you can subscribe to Elite Jamaica by clicking that red subscribe button and turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon so you never miss any of my updates. I am Alex. Bless.
I'm on the mission. A mission. Today is the day. Start your ignition.